So yeah, let's just get right to it. The date change. Um, Tell me why. Tell me what came down to it. I mean, obviously there was a lot of competition. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, not conflicting with UFC 301 and another date opened up. And tell me why you guys moved dates.
If you ask the same question to Nate Diaz, you'll probably respond saying, like smoke. I'll tell you the truth because I actually do this for a living. I sell pay-per-views for a living. I'm a promoter. I have 3 promotions, Gamebred Boxing being one of them, Gamebred FC, which is bare knuckle fighting, and Icon, which is MMA with gloves. You don't want to go up against other dates and other fight events, especially you don't want to go up against the UFC. So from the beginning, I was trying to switch the date. Nate's a fucking idiot. He was adamant about staying on that date because he's not a UFC employee anymore, and I don't have to do nothing for the UFC and this and that and that and this. But it just doesn't make sense, especially when I know Nate thinks he's a boxer now because he boxed the Jake Paul guy, but he's not a boxer and he doesn't have a boxing fan base. The fan base that he has is from MMA, from UFC. So why go up against our own fan base? Me as a promoter, I'm thinking I don't even want to do it. You know, I know a lot of fight fans will buy both events or watch both events, but in my opinion, in my honest opinion, why even do it? If there was days that weren't conflicting, you know, there was the weekend before that, May 25th, was a perfect weekend to go as well. There was so many dates and stuff, but finally the promotion heeded my words and stuff and decided to switch. Obviously, I don't like it that another month and a week got added to this already long training camp. But in hindsight, it doesn't really matter because I'm making the transition from one sport to another. So the more time I get to practice and perfect my craft and sharpen my tools, it doesn't hurt me or bother me the least bit, you know. Now, Nate Diaz is somebody that does bother me, and I want to because we could have had this fight at an earlier date. This guy's such a diva and a coward that he wouldn't want to fight in Miami. Didn't want to fight in Texas because things didn't go his way in Texas when he fight Jake Paul. Didn't want to fight in New York. Didn't want to fight in California if it was in his hometown. So I'm here pent up, frustrated, training my ass off every day just to get in there with this guy, and it hurts me.
So I mean, look, man, I was there for the Vegas stop at the press tour. How annoyed were you with him during this press tour? Because it didn't feel like he really wanted to be a part of it.
I just feel like deep down inside, he bit off more than he could chew. He probably thought that I was gonna take the fight like him, like, all right, retired and I'm coming back and I'm gonna be drinking at basketball games and all day long and not really training. And then, you know, 3-4 weeks out, start training and come up off the couch. Not the feeling, not the vibe that I'm doing over here. And he felt that since day one, since he looked at me and said, "This is in shape, and we're so far out, and now we're even further out, and I'm in great shape." I'm not taking it like him. This is not something that I'm getting forced into doing. That you have to drag me out of bed to go train. This is something that I want to do. And I'm gonna prove to the world how much more I want to do this than this disrespect. So I just felt like he didn't want to be there at all. And I mean, it was everybody's feeling like at the weigh-ins, at the face-offs, at everything. He just didn't want to be a part of it, didn't want to see me, did nothing. And that's because he knows I'm gonna put a hurting on you, bro. I'm gonna give everything inside of me to end you, to stop you that day.
Independence Day weekend, though. I mean, that's a good day for this fight, though, right? Like, not only there's no competition, but it's a symbolic day in American history. So tell me how it feels to actually do that. It's a month later, but there's more symbolism behind it.
You know, for me, it's mixed feelings. 4th of July, uh, you know, I have my kids always, you know. Me and baby mamas split up and we got a couple holidays, and that's one of my holidays that is like mine and it's sacred. I celebrate this country's birth on with my family, with my kids. Obviously, we always do something, whether we go somewhere and do fireworks or we just go sightseeing during that time and enjoy other people's fireworks or whatever it is, but we're always together. And it's not gonna be the same now. You know, it's just not, because I'm gonna be doing interviews. You know, I'm gonna be cutting weight. I'm not gonna get to enjoy that 4th of July with my kids. How I love to enjoy 4th of July, but it's for the greater good. Though, you know, it brings more opportunity for them in their future, and on the other side of it, I mean, I get to give everybody something great to look forward to. Besides the fireworks on 4th of July, you get to see a funeral on July 6th.
Damn. Couple more for you real quick, and I'll let you go. One, it felt like this whole time you have been kind of giving Nate what he wants. He's got top billing, like the date you acquiesced to. How frustrating is it for you knowing that you won the first fight, knowing what you bring to the table, knowing that you're the promoter, that you kind of had to acquiesce to this guy the entire time? Is that making this thing building up a little bit more that you want to end him the way that he's handled this entire promotion?
Really, man, at this point, I just hope he shows up to the fight because a big part of me thinks he doesn't show up to the fight for whatever reason. You know, his pinky toe is gonna be hurting, and he can't put on his boxing shoes, so he can't fight. I don't think he's gonna make it to the fight. You know, his attitude, the way he's been acting. Like we're trying to sell a pay-per-view, we're trying to fight, right? And this guy does nothing to do any of that. You know, besides the fact that at every, you know, and his demands are not like too adult with common sense, you know, debating over something. His is just like, well, then I won't fight. I'm not gonna fight. And then he gets on with the microphone. I never said that. Well, you told your manager to say that for you, and then your manager's saying, well, Nate's not gonna fight if he doesn't get this match. And then me and my team are going back and forth, and I'm like, well, then fuck, I guess there'll be no fight. I'll fight somebody else. And then my managers talk to me and they're like, bro, let's just move forward. Let's just get this done. And then after that, you know, blah blah blah. And in my mind, I'm a fighter, so I want to fight, you know. And it's not that I care about coming out last, even in my own city, Miami, which was a big option. We were gonna go to Miami, but this guy's like, no, but I have to come out last, because I got CTE, so I got to come out last. So it's like, bro, dude, you wanna fight or what? You know, because everything, his whole negotiation tactics was, I'm not fighting. Like, man, and then, you know, the word's gonna get out because it wasn't no different when he went with Jake Paul. The word's gonna get out. This guy's the biggest diva to deal with. No one's gonna want to deal with this diva, bro.
Is there a backup in the event that he doesn't show up on in the 4th of July weekend? Do you have somebody else in place just in case?
Oh yeah, some backups out there. Some backups have been talking to him. They've been hunting him down because the feeling is out there, man. This little is gonna quit before he even gets in the ring. You know, I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he steps in there well prepared, in the best shape of his life. That's the only thing that I want. I want the best Nate that's ever been, and I hope he sees this interview and from here to the fight, he's in the gym doing what he has to do to get himself right, because he knows, not from me talking, but he knows from personal experience. The moment I get in there, I'm only trying to do one thing to him, and that's end him, stop him. Now, everything that I've said, I still could care less for him. Like on the personal level, I don't have no bad feelings towards him or nothing, you know. But on the professional level, it's like, bro, I'm disgusted with this dude, bro. I just want to get in there and do my job already. So I'm hoping that he knows, man, just come in good shape, man, because we're gonna fight, bro, and I'm gonna put everything I got to end you.
Oh, last thing, the location could change for your fight. What
Yes,
what
sir.
what came down to that? Why did you guys move it to the Honda Center in Anaheim?
Um, I don't mind the Anaheim Center at all because again, as we're talking, um, I feel that LA is an amazing city, and we were doing well. It was already showing we were on track to doing really really well and having a sold out event. Um, but I think LA is more like a boxing town, and we're not really boxers. And Anaheim is straight UFC. I felt I've been to 2 events in Anaheim, and they love UFC over there. They love their mixed martial arts. So I feel that me being one of the biggest UFC guys to ever come through and sell pay-per-views, I think we're just doing a lot better there. It's also in California. I mean, Nate should have some fans showing up. I don't know, you know, but I just think that Anaheim will be a lot better for ticket sales, you know, just because they have such a huge UFC influence over there. I mean, the UFC goes there and does amazingly well. They do $10 million gates, $7 million gates over there. And it's not like the greatest cards of the world that they put over there. It's just that they're kind of maybe starved for events over there, especially in the combat sports realm, and especially in an event of this magnitude, you know. So I think we're going to do really, really well in Anaheim.
Sweet, sweet. Well, that's Jorge. I appreciate the time,
This,
bro.
this,
Oh, go ahead.
this from a promoter perspective, you know. Now, if you ask this, who knows what this idiot's gonna say, bro? I just hope, Nate, if you're seeing this, or your little homeboys after they smoke weed, they like to tell you what I said, you know, because you got a lot of little groupies telling you, show up to the fight, brother. Don't pull out, man. Just show up to the fight. Be a man. We both been training for a minute. Don't cower it out now. Don't look for an excuse to pull out. Don't say this. Don't say that. Just show up to the fight. Man to man, I came all the way from Miami to California. Like, if I wanted to get on the plane and go for 6 hours to do a face off, for him to have this coward to walk off and then face off. Disrespected his city, first of all, his state, first of all, and then me. You're a coward for not looking me in the eyeballs and walking off the stage. Just show up to the fight, you little, you know. And always, and though it probably doesn't sound the best that I just ended on that, and then I'm gonna say this: always, first and foremost, I'm a God-fearing man. So thank Jesus Christ for this opportunity. Thank my God Almighty for this opportunity, and thank everybody for watching. Whether you love me or hate me, I don't care. I love you still. I see everybody July 6th, July 4th. Enjoy it. Fireworks. July 6th, a funeral. Don't forget, man.
Damn, well, there it is. Jorge, I appreciate the time, bro. We'll talk soon. Hopefully, I'll get to see you out there July 6th.